Hey Dennis, this is Christian here to take down your transmission, show you what I'll find. It is hot today. So I'm sure you already know that, but it is hot, hot, hot. I don't look too pretty, but you're not here to see me, you're here to see the transmission. Right now we're taking the input and output speed sensors out. Most of the time those are fine. Looks like this one's been replaced. Actually, it looks like recently because it's so new and shiny right here. See that? That's the output speed sensor. Tail housing off. Make sure you can still hear me. Green light's on. Tail housing, I'll replace the seal in it that comes in your kit. Same way with this. It's a plug where they used to have the speed sensor right there on the side of the tail housing, but they did away with it and put it on the side of the transmission. So, but they still use the same tail housing. So what they did was just make a little cap for it. It's got a seal on it, so I'll replace that seal. Sometimes it leaks, most of the time it don't, but I always change them anyway. You never know. Alrighty, let's get it turned over here on its back. Get its belly open. See what we got going on here with the valve body and other things. Drain out just a little bit. What, this rain has not helped out much, except make it more aggravating to be outside. Get more hotter today. Not going to complain because I've had enough of winter. Put everything in your pan. Show you your pan here. I don't know if you've had it fluid changed on it or not. Fluid is burnt. It's a little bit of metal in here. Some on your magnet. You're going to see that a little bit anyway. Most of the time it comes from your torque converter. Pretty much 90% of the time, all your metal comes from your torque converter. But we're going to check through everything, make sure everything else is okay, all your hard parts. But it is burnt. That's going to be from your clutches, as we'll see here in a little bit. All in all, so far looking pretty good. Set this to the side. Get your filter out. Of course, we're going to be replacing it with a new one. This here, you'll see it more when I take it off. This is the internal wiring harness I was telling you about. That needs to be replaced. Reason why is it is a flat wiring harness and it's mostly plastic. And when you start taking them out and stuff, sometimes they'll have a break and you won't see it. So it's best just to go ahead and just replace it, because then you'll put the transmission in, may have some shifting issues, things like that, and it could have been avoided by just replacing that. And that's what it looks like. It's real thin black plastic. There's some circuits that run along there to each solenoid. It's really, I like the design better that they had before than this one. This one just don't, it's just kind of cheap to me. This is a good transmission, by the way, but just like any other transmission, it's going to have its flaws in it, design flaws, things like that. Not much you can do about it except for do all the factory updates, like to the valve body. I'll be adding springs to it. And that comes in your kit. Your factory updates always come in the kit. These are 8mm bolts. A bunch of them that hold this valve body on. Got a lot of metal film. I'll show you just a second. Just a bracket. Holds one of your solenoids in. There we go. See why it popped out a little bit. And that's why. Alrighty. This is your overdrive band servo. Okay? And your overdrive band, of course, you know already, I replaced them automatically. But as you can see there, when I was pulling the or taking the last bolt out of the valve body, kind of bounced back, and it's not supposed to do that. And here's the reason why, is because this is a pieces of the snap ring that holds that servo in place. And of course it's broken. So I'm going to have to get one of them. And I'm going to check your case out real quick too. Sometimes you might need the case, but let's check it real quick. Most of the time they're fine. I've seen this happen before. The scribe over here, just check the lips out. And it looks fine. That spring, pretty much a common, or a snap ring, excuse me, is kind of a common thing that goes wrong with these. And you just go back with it with a heavy duty. It's going to be a little bit thicker snap ring. There's a piece of it here, fell out. Even if I set them side by side, you probably really couldn't see it by the side of it. But the snap ring that I'm going to get to put back in it for your case snap ring, is going to be a little bit thicker than that. So, good thing you don't need the case. So, it's looking fine. The case, off the top of my head, if you need it, they're usually about maybe 150. It's been so long since I've had to buy a case for these. Even when they've done that, you don't really have to buy them often. It's just if you get in there and you like what I was doing, and check the groove that it fits into. And this snap ring is in there real good. This is for your reverse here. This fits in the case just fine. I've seen these actually popped out before too. Just a snap ring will break. See if you can see this. This reverse piston is hard. When I push down like that, they're supposed to flex. This is a molded piston, so I am going to have to replace this servo. They're usually not that expensive. The cap will come with it too when you get the servo kit. So I'm going to set that to the side. This was your overdrive. See if you can see that better. Your overdrive one is fine. See how it moves in like it's supposed to. Even though it was under so much pressure and the cylinder ring popped out. Well, actually right here. Yeah, you're going to need another servo. Can you see that right there? It's getting ready to speak too soon. Right there, you see that little dent. So this servo is going to have to be replaced also. The seal on it, the molded part, was just fine, but that right there, that was just from when the snap ring broke. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I don't have to turn this in for a core or anything like that. So I'll just set it to the side and show it to you when you come pick it up. That way you can see it better. Just take this one out. This is one of your accumulator springs. And all it does, there's no snap ring that holds this down. It just sits there. And what holds it in is your valve body. Spring is just fine. Let's get the piston out itself. So far it is looking fine. Let's see if you can still hear me here, hopefully. Looking good. So we're good there. Set this over here. Use it over. Get your last servo out here. Get your pan gasket. This pan gasket come with a new one in the kit. You could tell definitely somebody has taken this pan off, changed the fluid maybe, things like that, because it's got silicone on it. This gasket don't do too well with silicone. So that's okay. It comes in your kit. We're going to get you, it's going to be replaced anyway. Get all this silicone scraped off, cleaned off real good off your case. Bigger snap ring for this. Sometimes these can be in there a little tight. Sorry if I'm in your way too much. Okay. This is your cap for the accumulator that I just took out. That comes in the kit automatically because they're known to leak. So that'll get replaced with a new cap. Snap rings just fine. Put that to the side. This piston, 2 springs, and these are always usually just fine. It's just the cap that goes bad, so they got to where they just start putting those into your kits. This is just a filter. You'll get another one of those in the kit. What it does is it helps filter out some metal between the converter and the valve body. Sorry if I'm sounding a little raspy too. It's just little allergies today. This here, the reason why it's like that, it's a lot of metal. So what I'll be doing is taking it apart, taking everything apart. There's a gasket under here that gets replaced. You can see this gasket here already on top that fits in between the transmission and the valve body. That will get replaced. That's in your kit. There's another one underneath this that'll get replaced. And then I'm going to update some of the springs in your valve body to the new factory updates. Alrighty, let's continue on. Drain this a little bit. Try not to get too messy around here, but sometimes with transmissions you can't help it. Hopefully you're having a good day. Move this around here so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Usually when I get into this area, I really like people to see what's going on. Not much to talk about a valve body, but you did get to see where there was something that was busted. So if you had an overdrive issue, something like that, that's the reason why. The case looks great. We're going to also check the rear of the case also here after we get everything out, because the rear, sometimes it wears out, and sometimes you can just get them re-sleeved and not replaced. Sometimes. So, but most of the time they're just fine, but I always check them. Anyway, it's good practice too, and you don't want no problems with the customer later on. All right, may have to get in your way a little bit. I got to knock on this a little bit to get the pump out. Let me get this one thing out of my way down here. There we go. All right, so I'll pull it all the way out. Basically, you're just knocking back and forth on this input shaft. Kind of wiggle it out, because the only thing that's really keeping it in there after you get the bolts out is your gasket and O-ring, and it expands and contracts over time to where it just likes to stick to the case. So you're just kind of like breaking this away from the case. That's your gasket that'll get replaced. Sorry, I'm sweating like crazy. These are your cylinder rings. These will get replaced. So just filling down here. Just checking the pump stator out. It's feeling really good. This is a piston. It is a molded piston. Here's one, get it out for you. I already know it's going to have to be replaced, and it comes in the kit anyway, because these molded pistons, when you start getting inside here, no matter if they look good or not, they fail pretty easy. But you'll get a new set of pistons anyway. That's for your second gear. That's for these clutches, and I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. Let's get your pump apart. Make sure it's all good. 10mm bolt makes or hold this together. Most of the time these are good. Alrighty. And it is good. Hopefully you could see that. You could see where the gears rub, but it's smooth like it's supposed to be. Matter of fact, I'm wiping away those marks that it makes. This is a washer. It looks good. On these, they're always pretty good, so you just can use those over. Here's your gear. That's your interior gear. Here's your outer gear. Hook the lid up. Those are good. Your pump is great. I'm going to be changing that pump bushing right there, that copper looking thing. Also, this seal will get replaced. This seal out here will get replaced too. That's your front seal, what I just pointed out, front pump seal. This here, this first set of clutches here is your second gear clutches, and they're applied with that piston on the pump. This is a wave plate. See how wavy that thing is? Most of the time they're just fine. Sometimes they do break, but that looks really good. Your clutches are burnt. It's supposed to look like a real bright red color. Those are burnt. They're black. Got some metal on the steels. You'll get new steels in the kit. They look fine, but they still got, you see these little spots right there. They're all along them. They're hot spots. So that's why you change your steels to new ones, because they can warp in that area, and if it warps, then you may have some slipping issues, things like that. This band here, this is your overdrive band. This is where the piston that was the snap ring was busted out on. You can see it's got burnt spots all around it. It is supposed to look like a red color like that. A little bit more brighter, actually. You can see it's got some cracks in it from overheating. Got a lot of metal inside the transmission. That'll all get cleaned up. So set that to the side. We're going to get a new band. Just a clip that keeps everything in place. Just set it to the side and put it back in when you build it. And this is a ratcheting one-way clutch. That's why they call it ratcheting. It's supposed to sound like that. It's supposed to have that real loud noise. Every once in a while, they will go out. And when they go out, they go out. You can't move it at all. You can't even do that with it. It goes one way and not the other way. It's on the back of your reverse drum. This operates in reverse as well as the band in the rear of the transmission. Inside here, this drum, you've got a wave spring that holds that piston, that aluminum piston piece down. And when it's applied, that's what applies your clutches. When it's not applied, its job is to push the piston back into place. On the outsides of the piston is O-rings and cylinder rings. Those will get replaced. As well as your bushings right here. Drum's good, real good condition. Most of the time they are. Clutches are a little burnt. And it's actually, you can see right there, starting to flake off. So that definitely comes in your kit. Of course, your clutches that'll get replaced. There's a bearing, or thrush washer, whatever people want to call it. Those are fine. Just sits on top of that drum. Helps those drum move smoothly when they're butt up against each other. Just checking the welds on your drums. Sometimes these break. This one looks good. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. Let's look on the inside part of it. Your forward clutches, like anything else, it's got a wave. And your clutches, they are flaking just from overheating. You'll get new clutches, steels with your kit. The inside of the drum, looking good. There's some cylinder rings there that get replaced. This is your piston, the aluminum thing. Your piston's got lip seals on it. Those will get replaced on the outside. On this one, it's got a spring. And when that piston, what its job for is when it's not applied, is it pushes that piston back down into place. Everything's good there. It's your hub, forward hub. Those are always good. Same with this little bitty shaft here. It's like a big old hunk of steel. Brush washer is fine. Same way with your sun shell. It is fine. So it's actually the updated one. It's where you see these rivets. It's the updated. That's fine. All your gears are fine. All right. There's a case snap ring right there. Get it out. It's also holds your center support into place. It supports the center of the transmission, so there's no cracking or anything like that. And it's pretty much called a center support. All your transmissions have them. Don't matter who's the maker, whether it's GM or Ford, Dodge. Which most everything has a center support with a one-way clutch in it. Hang on just a second. Sorry about that, I'm back. Wife needed me. So, get this. give this a good little tap. Get this out. There we go. And this is what helps keep it in place, is this little U-shaped retaining clip. There is. Let's go this before we go any further. This is your center support. It is along with your main planetary system, and that's fine. See how it goes one way? You can hear that noise. That's how it's supposed to sound. That's your rollers there. What makes it go one way and not the other. Set this to the side. Oh, it's in good shape. This is your reverse band. Look at here. Sometimes, a lot of times, this comes off and you'll see it in the pan, but not in this case. It was there in the back. That's what is broken off the band. So happens a lot of the times. That's why I told you that this band is commonly gets replaced because of that, and it burns up really easy. So you'll get you a new band. This little drum here is your direct drum. It comes on in third gear. Get apart here. Washer and thrush washer. That's your third gear. Of course, they're burnt too. Same way with the other drums. It's got a piston in it. Got cylinder rings or lip seals in it. Gotta get replaced. Drum looks good. Washer looks good. Your springs are always good. So to the side, and the last thing that comes out is the ring gear and output shaft. And a bearing for that. And another bearing in the back. These cylinder rings there will get replaced. The ring gear is in good shape. Nothing wrong with it. Now, this is the part of the case that I was telling you about in the chat. I can tell from my fingers it's fine. But just so that you could see it, hopefully. But right here, right in there, that's where these cylinder rings ride. Every once in a while, you'll get one that the cylinder ring will come apart because they wear out over time, and they'll just eat right into that case. And that's fine. Everything's out of there. There's your cylinder rings. They are worn. You'll get new ones. And that's pretty much it. The only surprise we had was just these pistons. Both pistons need to be replaced, along with a new cylinder ring, or a snap ring, excuse me. It goes right in here. So that's it, Dennis. And have any questions, just let me know. It'll probably take a little while to get this video uploaded and everything, but I'll go ahead and work on getting your parts ordered. Pretty much just like I told you in the emails or the messages. You need a kit with steels, both your bands, filter, the wiring harness, internal wiring harness, and the only thing that's out of the ordinary is this these two pistons here. Then we'll get those. I'm gonna replace those, and that's about it. And I will be in touch with you, and I'll let you know when you're ready to go. I'll let you know when the parts get here and when I'm getting ready to start on it. Usually, when the parts get here, I get started on it. So that's about it. Have a good day. Have any questions, just let me know.